Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode here on the MadMiners server with me, Sophie. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I've got some big plans for us this week. We're going to finally be working on our Nether hub, or our little Nether area. So, as the title said, it's better late than never, right? So we're gonna head over to the Nether portal, and I'll be with you folks in a sec. Alright, so let's just switch out our elytra here so we don't get attacked by some piggies. Alright, here we go. Alrighty everybody, so this is our Nether spawn here in the Crimson Forest. But if we head down the hill here, take a little stroll, we're going to come across this flat little Crimson Forest Plains area. You'll see I've dug like a little trench here. This is where our path is going to go. I'm taking the lead on the Western Highway because I'm the nearest to spawn, so I kind of felt why not. Eventually, I'll have this whole thing done up and in a nice looking tunnel, and then we're gonna have a connecting tunnel that runs up here to our portal. So my idea is I'm gonna have tall archways like this, and it's gonna be mostly glass. It's gonna be accented in stone so it looks like it's actually being held up by something, and then I'm gonna have it where you can kind of see what's going on in the distance. It was only a matter of time until you saw me over here, dude. Sometimes you gotta deal with the trash, you know what I mean? So, we go over the river and through the woods. Eventually we will end up at Grandma's house, or the witch's hut. Then here's the portal again. You'll notice those silly hoglins. They don't like warped fungus. I have warped fungus around my what in Tornation? I didn't even see him up there. What the F? Is that a baby? Oh no, yeah, that's full size. See how he managed to get one hit in, but then he ran? Warp fungus. I'm telling ya, warp fungus. If you spawn in a crimson biome like I did with your nether spawn, just put a few warped fungus around your portal. He's cowering now because I let him free and then he got scared by a little teal fungus. I'm going to crack on with this and see if I can come up with something that looks pretty interesting. Hey everyone, I hope you like that little time lapse we did. It's not very often we get to do terraforming time lapses, and it's even rarer that we do them in the Nether. Let's take a look at a little bit what we did. I really think that this came out pretty well. It's a work in progress. It's not going to happen overnight, but I like it. So you'll see I tore down part of the netherrack wall here. I am going to put a retaining wall in so it's a little safer. Back up. Back up. Can't they see I'm monologuing here? I swear to God. But anyways, so this is our path. I'd really like to know what you all think because I just kind of winged it. Or winged it. Wung it? Winged it? I have no idea. Either way, I just kind of flew by the seat of my pants. It gives it such a stark contrast from the Nether, because it is such a different colored block, because the Nether is very red. It's very red. It's got some black patches with the blackstone, so I wanted to brighten it up with the tuff in the andesite, and I really think that it came out pretty damn well, I have to say. I'm gonna apologize that it's like laggy here in the Nether. It's great to have mobs spawn. It's not great to have mobs not despawn when you don't want them. So, for whatever reason, this video is a little clippy and a little laggy, and I apologize. This is our path. It's just starting. This glass is going to get changed out too. It's all still a work in progress. So up here around the portal, I'm thinking of building like a little courtyard area maybe. I'm not sure. I like building areas in like scenes. I don't build just like one big really detailed structure. I like building areas, and I like planning things out, and I see it or I visualize parts of it in my mind, and then I try to execute those as best I can. Everything with me is a process. Art is a process. Creativity is a process. And Minecraft is definitely both of those things. So in my mind, Minecraft is art. Just depends on how you look at it, I guess. So I carpeted that entire area in red carpet because I was tired of gas spawning in. They were annoying the heck out of me, so it got carpeted. And because fire spreads off on the server, I was able to do that with red carpet instead of buttons. I think it looks a little bit better. Hello, little anime girl wearing a pig hat. How are you? Come right up in front of me while I'm trying to monologue. What is with people and interrupting me while I'm monologuing today? Good golly. But I waffle so much on some of the details in my builds, and I also shoot straight from the hip when it comes to my building, so a lot of stuff is just off the top of my head, or it's something I think about and I just can't get it out of my mind, and I just have to build it, which is what's going on with this Nether area. Normally I don't really build in the Nether, but like I have this concept and this idea of what I want my Nether hub area where my portal is to look like, and like I just can't continue doing anything else until I get that out of my head. I can't, so we'll keep cracking on and working on this stuff.
2 hours later.
I think I kind of have enough of an idea that I wanted to show you guys, so. It's unbelievably unnerving, and I absolutely love it, especially the orange glass here on the edge. It gives me extreme anxiety. You'll notice I have corresponding lights, and they zigzag down this corridor. I kind of like it, and it's going to light this area up. I like how I did this. Still need to finish this, trying to figure out how I'm going to integrate it into this side wall here where there's this netherrack. Because it's kind of gonna be arching and then meeting with this hill, if that makes sense. I really hope I'm not like getting too nerdy into the like infrastructure talk and like the construction talk and stuff, and architecture and whatnot. Alright, so I've done quite a bit of work here in the Nether, and I also have a respawn anchor now. So if I do die, I pop right back into this little hobbit hole I've got here, where I've got all of my various chest monster. But yeah, I've been busy. So all we've really done so far is I've covered this section, and I finally covered and connected up this section here too. And then I also made a secondary path this way, but we'll take a look over there in a minute. I decided I wanted more purple in the Nether, so I put endstone and then grew a bunch of chorus fruit in the Nether, and I think it causes a very stark juxtaposition between the red of the Nether and everything. I still have to swap out all this glass because I'm going to do the same thing I did for the lower tunnel for up here and mix in some different colors. And you've noticed we've got some Scar-inspired floating lanterns here. This is actually how I got my respawn anchor. I've been trapping piglins in carpet traps. You'll notice the piglins fall in, but the hoglins are not that dumb, apparently. Yeah, but you'll notice the retaining wall goes all the way around this hill. Or almost all the way. I need to do this under part here. But yeah, and then our little open air tunnel comes right around here. Our little courtyard area is up there. And then you're right back down here at the Nether path. So I like that I have some covered protected walkways, and then I've got some open air walkways for people that want to be a little more adventurous in the Nether. I've got all these different little hills I think I want to do some stuff on. I'm hoping the footage is a little less jittery and a little less stuttery. I literally spent like an hour and a half flying around, putting out random lava falls and taking care of like other things that can cause some lag and cause some issues, and I feel like it's helped, but I won't entirely know until I go and watch everything back. But eventually this path is going to connect down to this staircase that I'm building here that leads off to another project. I've got irons, tons of irons in the fire, so got lots of projects as per my usual. I always have tons of random projects and apparently hoglins on nether wart trees. Hawkeye. Hey, you're not the only one, Scar. You're not the only one. But alright, I'm gonna keep on working on the progress and I will be right back. So, I have a little bit of a confession to make. I have a need for speed. So you may have noticed this little fella in the background when I was showing you the progress I had made. It's actually kind of funny. As I was building up the retaining wall and adding in the chorus fruit, I heard some like noises on a ledge up above me, and when I went and looked, there was this little fella like stuck on this little 2 wide or like 3 block wide little gap, and he was like stuck there. He couldn't get up, he couldn't get down, and I decided to rescue him. And in classic fashion, if you're a Tolkien fan, there really is only one acceptable name to name a Strider, really, isn't there? So we have a little buddy now, and he's going to make traversing the lava lakes a little bit easier. Not that I plan on doing this sort of transportation a lot, but boy, it sure is classy, isn't it? Alright, so we find ourselves at the end of phase 1 of my Nether construction project. So I figured this was a good spot to wrap up the video, and I figured the nicest way to get a nice grand reveal of what we've done would be to pop over here to the overworld, where our little citadel is going to go around the portal eventually in the future, and kind of take a little step backwards here through the portal and take a look at what we've done. Alright, so here we are in our little overworld garden I've built here in the Nether. I've added in some patches of warped nylium to match our warped funguses here that we've got growing. I did throw in some overworld mushrooms as well, because I did want to make sure people knew that they were coming to the swamp biome and to the witch's hut, or to Witchy Inc. And I've got the portal marked here with a couple of signs, the Bog Witch. I did end up seeing this little, another Strider up here walking around, minding its own business. It wasn't in the pen with Aragorn, it was out here, and of course I had to save it, and I'm sure I'm sure most of you already know where this is going. She named the first one she found in this episode Aragorn, so what's she gonna name the second one? And of course, the answer is Arwen. Of course it's Arwen. It was always Arwen, wasn't it? I mean, wasn't it always Arwen, Aragorn? But getting all nerdy on the Tolkien references in this episode, apparently, with my little hobbit hole workshop, and then my striders here. Their little baby did grow up. I'm not entirely sure what to name it. If you have any suggestions on what to name Aragorn and Arwen's little baby here, feel free to comment that down below, because I'm interested to see what some of you say. I have thoughts on what maybe we should name it myself, but I'd be interested to see what others say. Let's hop back through the portal here. You'll see I've got this nice little lava water fountain, or water fountain? Not a water fountain. This little lava fountain, just lava fountain. If we go like this. I did bring the azalea trees and the moss blocks and the big mushrooms down on this area too. Finally finished this pathway, and this is going to bring us back down to our connected nether tunnels. And we're definitely going to be back for phase 2, because phase 2 is going to be doing the Western Highway. It's just a matter of gathering up all the resources, all the ice blocks that we're going to need, which a couple of server members have generously donated some ice blocks to the community project of the Western Highway. It's mostly gathering up all the other materials, all the glass, all the stone block materials, and yada yada, but I'm not telling you folks anything you don't already know. So eventually we're going to build a paddock down here for Aragorn, Arwen, and their newly grown-up strider child. Alrighty, everybody. Well, I really hope that you like my little nether atrium, terrarium thing, whatever. I guess it really isn't a terrarium, and it really isn't an atrium, because it's not domed and it's not contained. So we'll call it, I guess we can call it Sophie's technicolor, like nether hellscape or nether dreamscape, something like that. But I really like showing off the different biomes here. I like that I have the endstone and the chorus fruits, and I love showing off the new azalea trees and the moss blocks. I really appreciate that they keep their overworld colors and don't get dingy here in the nether, because it really gives it that nice pop of green. Because if you know your color wheel, you know that green and red are contrast colors, so it's very high contrast, which is kind of what I was going for. I wanted this little courtyard area, this little garden area to be very poppy, very pretty, and I think I definitely accomplished that. There aren't many buildings, but there will be in the future. So yeah, I really hope everyone has a wonderful day and a beautiful tomorrow. If you like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing. If you enjoyed the video and you want to give it a like, I'd really appreciate it. If you have any feedback, good or negative, please feel free to leave that down below, because I always love hearing from everybody. But yeah, I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and 119's right around the corner, so be excited to see what we can do with those in the future. But yeah, everyone have a great day and wonderful tomorrow, and I'll see you folks in the next video.